guys, it's 2025 and I'm currently going to give you the best possible start that you can get. There are so many guides online that you can find, so many outdated guides as well, but today it is the 21st of January 2025 and currently I think you can get one of the best starts that you could get. Like, it's really one of the best ways you can start in a while, because not only are you gonna get things with my code, there's also an active promo code, there's another active promo code for returning players or currently active players. There's also a legendary that you're gonna get completely free. There's also a really good epic that you can get quite easily. So really, it's never been a better time to start playing great. So if you're just starting the game, or even if you're not just starting the game, if you started recently but you don't really have a high level account, I would really recommend that you restart the game and just start with my code, because you're gonna get better things, and with these promo codes you're really gonna level up. Because if you've been playing for a while, you haven't used some of the promo codes, you're not gonna be able to use the starter promo codes. So if you're starting out, or as I said, a new account, I would recommend that you click my link in the description or scan the QR code that you can see on the screen, and you're gonna get some pretty cool things. So you're gonna get Tagore, which is a really good character. He's a support, he can do quite a lot of things. You will get him right at the start, and if you continue playing the game and get to level 15, which really you're gonna get there quite fast, you're also gonna get Ugo, which is also used quite a bit. He's pretty decent characters, both of them. You're gonna get an XP boost, you're gonna get a whole bunch of things, and you can really progress. However, once you start, I would recommend that you currently go with the starter promo code. Now, obviously, I can't use them. I didn't do this when I started the game, when I started playing the game like 6 years ago when I created my account. So I would recommend that you currently go to the promo codes if you just started out and just type in Monkey King, because this is currently one of the best promo codes that you can get. This is Sun Wukong, a legendary, and he's really currently one of the best legendaries that you can get for the start. I'm not saying he's insanely good, but he's, if you get into the arena and you're like silver or maybe early gold, you're gonna see this guy everywhere. He can do a whole lot of things. He can do this resurrection thing that he does. He also has this AoE ability. He's kind of annoying, he's kind of hard to kill. I mean, he's not the best character in the game, but I would say he's a pretty good starter and you can do a whole lot of things with him. Now, after this, so let's just say you start a new account, you use my code, you'll get Tagore, you'll get Ugo, you'll get the Sun Wukong with the promo code. I would also recommend that you pick Kale for a starter champion, because he's a pretty good character. I mean, I'm mid-game right now, I'm still using him all the time. He's my main campaign farmer because he can finish up the campaign like 12-3 in like 30 seconds. So he can be pretty useful. I'm even still using him for Doom Tower. I've actually managed to use him for the Doom Tower, the Nether Spider thing, because I got decent-ish gear on him, so he can essentially, like, with this Nether Spider guy, he can essentially just AoE all the attacks immediately. Now, after this, I would recommend that you check out the current event that is going on, because they're actually dropping some pretty good characters. Like, these are essentially, I would say, A-tier characters, although I would even call Dawncaller Sabetha S-tier, but yeah, most people agree that she's like both Alice and Dawncaller Sabetha are 4 out of 5, so A tier or close to S tier. So currently the Alice chase is going on. So if you have downloaded the game with my link, or if you've just logged in, for the next 7 days you're gonna be able to get Alice. Now, the coolest thing about getting legendaries like these is that you're actually gonna get most of the gear that you can use for her, because this Savage gear actually works pretty decently. I pretty much equipped all this gear on her. And you're also gonna get the souls to awaken them. Like, this is a really big deal. For example, currently, my main legendary is Tribune Heracles. And while I've managed to really, level him up, I mean, he's nearly 51k power level, I've got everything from him, I've even enhanced the gear, I've got full masteries on him, I even got a relic, I've got most of the books on him. I still can't get a soul on him, and these legendary souls are very expensive. I mean, as you can see, with the soul merchant, you're gonna need 20 of these immortal soul essences. You're gonna need this to be able to awaken them, and it's a super rare occurrence that you're gonna find the one that you actually need. You're gonna have to farm the twins, so yeah, it can be pretty annoying. So the good thing about the Alice chase is that you're gonna get the soul. It's even at 2 souls, so this would be even more expensive. And then, after you get to phase 2, you're gonna get some energy, you're gonna get some silver, but most importantly, you're gonna get Awakening 3, Awakening 4, and then Awakening 5, which is really gonna be amazing. I mean, you're gonna even get all the trinkets, legendary trinkets, as you can see, rank 6. So if you actually manage to get her, I mean, it really doesn't take that long. I mean, as you can see here, it takes 7 days to get Alice, 14 days to get the soul. So for the next, like, well, 14 days, you're gonna get everything else. Well, with this, you know, it's not really the same phase 2, it's not really the same as phase 1, but you're gonna get a pretty good champion. Now, I have actually played Alice, I've got her to level 60, I've ascended most of her. I didn't have enough silver to really upgrade her, to get her to the fullest extent, but I did manage to get quite a decent bit amount of her masteries, like 1/3 of the way. So I managed to actually make her useful. As you can see, I didn't really have the money to buy the gear. I've been really leveling up the faction wars, so I've really been spreading my resources everywhere, trying to progress through the faction wars. However, even with this, like, this is really cheap gear. I mean, this is the original gear that you get with the login, but the gear, it's only level 10. Like, it's really gonna cost a lot more to go from here. But even with this, Alice is pretty useful. I would say the main strength of Alice right now, although I haven't used her in the arena that much, is really the arena. I mean, you're gonna have a legendary that you can use for PvP to up to a pretty decent level, but you're also gonna be able to use her for PvP. For PvE. Let me just show you real quick. I mean, she doesn't farm as fast as you can see with Scale, for example, but let me just show you the farming, like how her abilities work. So she has this. And keep in mind, like, this is 1230 brutal, 12-3 brutal, so these guys are decently difficult enough. Like, this is already out of the early game. So she has this ability to attack all enemies and increases the cooldowns of all enemy skills by 2 turns, and also has a 75% chance of decreasing each target centimeter by 15. So when she hits this, she's gonna do a pretty decent damage. Keep in mind the gear that I have on her, it's really not that great. So she has the Queen Slayer, and keep in mind I haven't booked her at all, although problem is, she's pretty expensive with legendary books. She attacks one enemy and will ignore 20% of target's defense. If the initial target is killed, also attacks the enemy with the lowest HP. So let me just show you this. She's gonna kill this one, and she's gonna kill this one. Very, very powerful ability. And then her level 1 is attacks one enemy 2 times, places an extra hit if the target has any active skills on cooldown. So, let me just show you this real quick. She can even farm. I mean, keep in mind, as I said, I only got some masteries, and I haven't even booked her, so she's really not that powerful right now. She's gonna be way, way more powerful, like twice as powerful, once I actually manage to level up her gear. Alright, so if you're still this far into the video, there is another pretty good promo code going on right now, and this is not a new promo code, the Monkey King, that you might have previously heard of. This is currently a code that is going around, and it is actually a personalized code, and as you can see, you will get energy, you will get an epic book, you will get a silver chest and some silver. So all you gotta do is just click this link. I'll put the link in the description. Click this, go watch the story, or skip the story if you don't really care that much, and then just log in. And once you log in, it's gonna generate a code itself. So as you can see, for me, it's Wonderland D0J. I've actually used this one, so I can't use it again, but it is also a currently pretty decent code. So you're gonna get a pretty good start with my code. You know, you'll get Tagore, you'll get the Son of Wukong, you'll get Ugo, you'll get Alice. Most importantly, as I said, I've mentioned this character called Dawncaller Sabita. Now, Dawncaller Sabita is not free. You're not gonna get her by just logging in, but there is actually a pretty decent way you can get her. I mean, it's really not that difficult. Currently the events are kind of ending, but there's still events going on that you can do to get Dawncaller Sabita. She's actually one of my main characters currently going on right now, and I've actually, as you can see, I mean, I've got her to nearly 31k power level, and she's currently one of my main characters. I think, yeah, I managed to fully book her with the epic books that I've gotten. I've managed to do quite a decent bit of the masteries. I think I got most of the masteries. I still haven't gotten the really high level ones. And I've also managed to get decent-ish gear. One is 16, a lot of these are legendaries. I've used this stuff from Skeletor, and there's also like this stuff like Island 15. I still have decent room to go for her, but I also got decent-ish gear. I got Immortal set, I got a Resilience set, I got a Perception set. But this is a really good character. I mean, when you actually combine her with Alice, Kale, Wukong, you're gonna have a pretty good team that's gonna actually help you progress through the Doom Tower or the PvE side of things. The coolest thing about Sabita is that she's a support character, so she can do quite a decent amount of things. First of all, she hits one enemy. She doesn't do a lot of damage, but she heals enemies. Then she has this really good fortifying grade that places defense and increases attack at the same time. And I've also managed to book her once or twice, so it's only a 3-turn thing and it lasts for 2 turns. Very good. Also, this Shimmer of Life is amazing as well. It revives an ally with 25 HP, which is not that amazing, but the most important thing, it places a block damage buff on that ally for 2 turns. So I managed to do such amazing synergy with this thing. For example, as I said, I used Tribune Heraclides that has this crazy nuke. So when I was doing Doom Tower, I would resurrect him with block damage, and then I would just nuke a mob or nuke someone else with this. Even this thing can resurrect. Also, I managed to synchronize her with Melga's Steel Girdle, and, you know, she dies, I resurrect her, she resurrects everyone, so I managed to resurrect my entire team. Like, she synergizes well with other supports at the same time. And also, whenever this champion revives an ally, decreases the cooldown of this champion's skill by 1 turn. Now, as I said, this champion is not actually free, but there are events currently going on. There's also a lot of these tournaments currently going on as well, as you can see. I think I recently had a classic arena takedown. Yeah, you can get the fragments. So I've managed to get fragments on this by just doing classic arena. And by the way, I was doing classic arena for the mission that I was doing anyway with these missions. And yeah, I've managed to get one. And I've also managed to, well, you can use this fusion for the Mad Hatter if you have a lot of resources as well, but you're probably not gonna make this if you're just starting the game. But yeah, as you can see here with the fragments, I got 1.5 Dawncaller Sabata, and I haven't even really done that much. I've just been playing the game regularly. So for this fusion that currently is only there for the next 3 days, or 2 days from this video, they're making it really easy to get this character, so you're gonna get a really good support. So, as I said, currently, the best time to start in 2025. Use my code, you will get Tagore. Continue to use my code, get to level 15, you will get Ugo. Both epic champions, you'll get a whole bunch of things in between. Also, you can scan the QR code on the screen as well. You can use the Monkey King code to get Sun Wukong, which is a pretty good legendary that you can end up using for a really long time. Pick Kale for your starter because he can do a lot. Then just continue logging in for the Alice Cheese. After that, or immediately as you go, but I would recommend that you use the Monkey King first because it's time limited. After that, you can just go to the link that I'm gonna put in the description. You're gonna get this really good promo code with the Alice in Wonderland. And then once you start playing the game, try to maybe do a few events, especially if you have a decent-ish account, and you'll be able to get Dawncaller Sabata. So you're gonna get 2 legendaries, 3 epics, and a really good start. So that is really currently the best thing that you can do in 2025. Thanks for watching this video, and let me know what else you would like to see.